So, trichotillomania, quite a mouthful of a disorder. It involves a compulsive urge to pull out one's own hair, typically from the scalp, eyebrows, or eyelashes, but it can be from any area in the body. Now, it's actually really quite common, with 1 to 3% of the population typically engaging in the behaviour. In Australia, that's over 230,000 people. So if you're experiencing this, you're not alone. And we'll run through some methods to help you conquer this in a little bit. So it often starts pretty young, typically in around puberty, and it can stick around quite a while, with typical duration being 20 years. It often occurs in conjunction with other disorders such as anxiety or depression, as well as other body-focused repetitive movement behaviors such as picking at one's skin. It can cause issues in social settings and work settings for people as well, and low self-esteem. So let's run through those things that you can do about it. We're going to get into some self-management strategies shortly, but firstly, you may want to go and see a professional about the issue also. If you're experiencing the behavior and you're wanting to take steps to manage, then congratulations, you're already part the way there. What I would suggest first is really trying to understand the behavior. So describing it in detail, the aspects of what is prompting it, you think, what's causing it, trying to consider the situations that it occurs in, and then go about monitoring that behavior. So recording each instance of it, being very mindful and aware of when and where the behavior is occurring. So the next one's a simple but important one, and that is to set a goal. The goal should be achievable, particularly in the initial stages. You don't want to get disheartened by not being able to meet your goal. It can be a graduated one, so it might be that you want to get down to 5 instances of the behavior next week, and then 4 the following week, and then 3, and so on. It's also good if you track progress towards that goal. And that can be using those self-monitoring methods. And so you might want to record how many times a day you are doing the behavior, so then you can see your progress towards your goals. Another useful strategy is to implement a competing behavior. So that's an alternative behavior that you use instead of the problem behavior of pulling your hair. So it might be something like a squeezy ball that you squeeze, or some other toy that you play with, some other thing that you fidget with. But it could also be that you sit on your hands, or you do something else with your hands so that you can't physically do both activities of pulling your hair as well as this alternate activity at the same time. And you use this whenever the problem behavior occurs or whenever it's about to occur. So the fifth and final technique is to use a reinforcer. A reinforcer is a reward that you would give yourself after a period of not doing the behavior, or after doing the alternative behavior, such as using the squishy ball. Now, you start the behavior at however long you can go without doing the behavior currently. So for example, if you are doing the behavior about every 4 hours, then you'll reward yourself after not doing the behavior for 4 hour period. Then you will change that over time as the behavior decreases. So you might be able to shift it to 5 hours and then the reward, or 6 hours. And the reward could be something like watching half hour of your favorite TV show, going for a walk, doing something on your phone, something that you personally find rewarding, but is also a healthier habit. Now, you can also use as a reinforcer praising yourself. So telling yourself that you've done a good job when you meet your daily goal, or involving social support of a friend, a family member, a partner, bringing them on the journey and getting them to encourage you and praising you when you've reached your daily goal, or for meeting that goal of every 4 or 5 hour period or whatever period that you have. Okay, so that's it. So I hope you've got something out of that, and good luck if you're using this for your own behavior.